Nalgene water bottles are often seen in the hands of environmentally friendly people who enjoy spending ample amounts of time in the great outdoors. They are often seen by hikers and campers who enjoy spending time in nature, thereby gaining a deeper appreciation for the earth. They are great because they are so durable and they can be used to boil water in if need be. When my friends and I went on a long kayaking trip in very cold weather, we would pour boiling water into our Nalgenes and we would sleep with that in our sleeping bags. This would keep us warm through the night. The reason we were able to do so is because Nalgene water bottles are BPA free. According to Cooper, Kendig, and Belcher, who wrote an academic journal for Chemisphere, BPA is an industrial chemical that is commonly found in plastic water bottles. It is unfortunately a known carcinogen and it is activated when water inside water bottles is heated up. Also, according to Cooper, Kendig, and Belcher, Nalgene water bottles have been tested and are proven to truly be BPA free, as they claim on their website. However, that does not mean that there are not other unhealthy chemicals in Nalgene water bottles. It just means that BPA is not one of them anymore. On another positive note, according to Nalgene's Refill Not Landfill webpage, owning a Nalgene water bottle saves each person from polluting 167 single-use plastic water bottles every year that would otherwise enter the ocean, other bodies of water, natural spaces, and landfills. This is especially dangerous for ocean creatures. And as we know, 1 million plastic water bottles are bought every minute. So any product or company that stops that from happening cannot be all bad. Nalgene water bottles are made of only one ingredient, Triton plastic, from Eastman Chemical. As for the life cycle of Nalgene water bottles, according to Harding, Dennis, Von Blotz, and Harrison in their article on plastics in the Journal of Biotechnology, and also according to the National Geographic, Triton plastic from Eastman Chemical, as with many other plastics, is made when extracting crude oil or natural gas from the ground, which are fossil fuels, and then these fossil fuels are sent to refineries where they are converted into ethane from crude oil and propane from natural gas. They are then sent to a cracker plant where they are broken down into smaller molecules where ethane becomes ethylene and propane becomes propylene. Then, something called a catalyst or chemical is added to the propylene and ethylene, which bond them together to make polymers, or resins. Resins are very easily molded. After that, Eastman Chemical heats it, cools it, and chops it up to create microplastics or nurdles. At this point, the nurdles or microplastics are delivered to Nalgene's manufacturing plant, where they are melted at high temperatures and then placed into molds that form the Nalgene water bottles. They are then shipped to stores and suppliers, and customers drive to the stores, pay for them, use them for a few years, and often recycle them, but sometimes they throw them in the garbage. As you can see, there's a lot of CO2 emissions being released in the transportation of Nalgene water bottles alone. And also, as we know, CO2 is one of the most environmentally unfriendly greenhouse gases and contributes significantly to climate change. Not only is carbon dioxide emitted in the transportation, but it's also emitted when energy from fossil fuels is used to extract the crude oil and the natural gas in the refineries for electricity and for electricity for the processes, in Eastman Chemical's cracking plant, in Eastman Chemical's factory, in Nalgene's factory, in the store, and even in the recycling plant. That is a ridiculous amount of CO2 to make a Nalgene water bottle. I did some research on Nalgene, and it turns out that Nalgene's factory is located in the United States, which reduces the likelihood of unfair working conditions. However, after hours of research, it's still unclear if there are other factories that Nalgene uses in other areas of the world. And while Nalgene's track record is clean according to the Environmental Protection Agency of the United States, the supplier who supplies the Triton plastic to Nalgene to create the water bottles, Eastman Chemical, has a horrible track record for crimes. For example, in 1999, according to the EPA, Eastman Chemical was fined over $2 million in environmental damages for dumping toxic sludge into sacred green spaces. Since then, they have been fined for multiple environmental damages, and they continue to commit horrible environmental crimes. So, supporting Nalgene water bottles is actually supporting Eastman Chemical and the crimes they commit against the environment, because much of the money is going to Eastman Chemical. According to Northrop, who wrote an article on the benefits and negatives of plastic and stainless steel water bottles, it's much more environmentally friendly to purchase a stainless steel water bottle from a reputable company than it is to purchase a plastic water bottle from Nalgene or any other company. It would also be really helpful to write a letter to Nalgene expressing you're upset with their practices. Because Nalgene is a company that strives to look environmentally friendly and socially responsible, they are much more likely to listen when customers expose them for their environmental and social flaws. And one of the most helpful things a person can do is to write a petition to hold corporations responsible for their environmental damages and their actions in general. Because as it stands right now, going beyond Nalgene, going beyond Eastman Chemical, and going beyond Thermo Fisher Scientific, corporations around the globe are able to get away with practically anything, and it is the main reason why the Earth is suffering. So overall, just because Nalgene water bottles avoid polluting single-use plastic water bottles into our oceans and landfills does not mean that buying a Nalgene water bottle is the environmentally friendly choice. This is because when a Nalgene water bottle is produced, massive amounts of carbon dioxide are released into the atmosphere, and also Eastman Chemical is horrible to the environment. Do you feel that the benefits of owning a Nalgene water bottle outweigh the environmental degradation associated with it, or do you feel it is best to choose a more sustainable option such as a steel water bottle?